guys, it's Erin, and by popular demand, I have my favorite little guy here, Oliver. Say hi. So, he's purring. I don't know if you can hear it or not, or if it's really annoying, or if it's nice. He always likes to rub underneath my face. It's my little guy. He's only up here because I brought this. And he really wants it. Anyway, so I know that you guys have been sort of like my test subjects quite a few times recently, but you're actually being my test subjects again right now, because I really hope that the purring of the cat is not annoying. I'm really sorry. He's super cute, but when he purrs, it's really loud. He wants a toy. I'm glad this is a test video because it's pretty bad so far. Anyway, so worst video ever. It's probably my realtor because we're seeing some more places tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Anyway, I recently tested out my digital camera, which was met with rave reviews. Even for myself, I really enjoyed it. However, I have been so insanely blessed with my business recently, and I have had a lot of meetings and gotten a lot of clients, and I had a meeting today with one of the more popular bars in the area, like a bar slash restaurant that a lot of me and my friends have loved for years. And I got the contract, and I was so happy, and just everything has come such a long way. Anyway, I've been noticing during my meetings that I'm sort of missing the ability to actually show the prospective clients my sort of like digital portfolio, meaning like unless I'm in an actual office where someone has a computer, I can't really show them what I've done for other clients or graphic programs that I have and things like that. So I had been talking it over with a couple friends, and I decided recently that I was going to get a tablet, and I didn't really know which. I had an idea of which one I wanted, but anyway, so the meeting today went really well. I got the client and everything, but a couple of times during the meeting, it would have been really helpful to be able to, instead of just explaining things, especially to people who don't use social media too much, to explain what I meant by certain things. So, because it was a important contract, and because it was, I was noticing that it was lacking, I decided to go get a tablet. So, it's kind of an impulse purchase, but not exactly. I have been talking about doing it for a bit. So right now I'm filming on my Samsung Galaxy Tab S. I think it's allegedly only came out a couple months ago. I decided that I was going to get something fairly recent so that I could really keep up with my business and I wouldn't have to replace it very soon because it's not exactly cheap. So the thing about my digital camera that I have been filming with is that it is, I think I can only film up to 20 minutes, which is not a short amount of time, but sometimes I do make longer videos here and there. So I think the picture on this tablet has to be better than the iPhone 4S because the 4S came out 2 years ago and this tablet came out 2 months ago. So I'm hoping that I can use it kind of as like a supplemental camera for when I can't use my digital camera or if I'm out or something like that. So again, as I did before, I'm just gonna make some sounds because I legitimately also want to know what this sounds like. Cat's getting in my stuff. I legitimately want to know what things sound like to see if I'm happy with it and if it's something I want to continue to use. So I was just talking actually today to one of my followers on Facebook and talking about kind of like the things that I like as far as tingling, what gives me tingles, and I was saying that one of the big things for me is gum chewing, and that when I was in class, when I was a kid, and people would chew gum in class, it would always give me like tingles. Like obviously I didn't know as a kid that it was ASMR, but I've always experienced that ever since I was a little kid and we would play school or play house or whatever it may be. So I have a pack of gum here. I'm interested to see how the camera picks it up. So I'm curious to know how many others of you are gum chewing lovers like I am. I remember in college there was this girl in a few of my classes who chewed gum obnoxiously loud, but I loved it. And I don't know if anyone ever told her that she chewed gum obnoxiously loud, or that was just a natural thing for her. But I always used to love when I would hear her chew gum. And I know that ASMR, like in and of itself, is a super new, like it's not been studied a lot yet, but one thing that I am very curious about as the study of ASMR kind of unfolds and we learn more about it and stuff is whether there or not there's a link between ASMR and misophonia, or misophonia, however you want to pronounce it, because I personally have both, and misophonia is, I think it's translated to like the hatred of sound or something like that in Latin or whatever, and for me it's very, very strange because I can hear a sound like gum chewing and get tingles everywhere and be in heaven. And then there are other sounds, like specifically like hiccups or sniffling, like if someone has a cold and they sniffle, that drive me mad. And not in like a, oh that's kind of annoying kind of way, but in like a, I want to like break out crying because I can't handle the sound. Like, it's very strange to go from one extreme to the other. I'm wondering if I don't know, like, because they both have to do with sound and like emotional feelings provoked by sound, whether or not they might be connected. But I have no way of knowing how to figure that out. Hopefully some fancy research team will find out one day, and I'll probably be long gone by then. We're like 90 years old. But anyway, another thing that I have to make sound is, you've all met Oliver. Obviously you met him 11 minutes ago. But one of my best friends is an artist and studied at the, I think it was like a fine art academy in, Pennsylvania or something like that. And, she was making a lot of, prints for like a different for a show that she was going to be doing, and she needed to practice. So she actually made a art print, like a custom series of prints of Oliver, and that's just one of them. There are 15 in existence, and I've done some giveaways with only a couple of them on his Facebook page. Yes, I am a cat lady, but the paper that it's on, it's like a parchment paper. It's very textured. So I'm interested in seeing how the tablet picks up the texture sounds. So yeah, this is pretty seriously gifted stuff. I'm not just saying that because she's my best friend, but you really have to like carve a block of linoleum with it and then stamp them, and the stamp only lasts for so long before it gets really faded. So this is actually one of the more faded ones that I kind of kept off to the side because I didn't want to give away or sell any of the really faded ones. I enjoy chewing gum. It's just a sound, but I do enjoy it legitimately. The cat is still staring at me. I do find it interesting that people chew gum so differently. Like, some people are just free with their mouth, like they don't even care, like just like, some people it's like, and then some people it's a combination, like a like more of like the lip smacking kind of chew. I think that's kind of how I am. I'm not obnoxiously loud, and I say obnoxiously with my Canadian accent. There are some words that when I came back from Canada, they just stayed with the accent. What are you gonna do? But I don't go all day, but it does make a bit of a sound. Okay, well, I apologize for the informality, non-formalness of this video. And the random text sounds during it, my cat purring, and any other, like, anything that would make the video suck. But what am I gonna do? You know, obviously when I do my role plays and everything, I make sure that everything is very as quiet as possible, and this was more just kind of a saying hi and chewing gum and scratching on things. I do want to do a hair straightening video soon because I feel like every time I come on camera, my hair is like at the worst state because it gets so thick. It's really thick, and it gets so like curled under on the bottoms. And when I go to meetings and things like that, it's always done so much better. And then later on at 10:30 at night, it's like all bunched up at the bottom and doesn't really look all that great. So sorry that you guys get the worst hair, but usually I usually film after I've had a pretty long day, or any time that I can find quiet. So I think that's it, but I did want to see how the video picked up whispering, because I know that it's very different and much lighter for it to